G'day guys, welcome to Rumble's Fish Room. So, as you can tell by the title, today it's a little bit of a sad video, but it's not sad, it's just not great. Before we start that part, I just want to let you guys know the little air pump on the 10,000 milliamp hours, I think it's milliamp hours, power bank lasted about 30 hours No, 48, 50 hours. It lasted 50 hours, not plugged in. Pumping 2.5 foot deep. I thought that was pretty cool. But anyway, let's get stuck into this. Right here, I've got 2 liters of Whitespot remedy. Now, when it comes to Whitespot remedy, they're pretty much all the same. Brand doesn't matter. But in this case, because I need to treat like 5,000 liters, this 2 liter bottle was the best option. Now, you should have actually seen the sideways look the lady at the shop gave me when I walked up to the counter with a 2 liter bottle. But anyway, let's go in the fish room and I'll show you what's wrong. Alright guys, so my fish are acting a little bit strange. It doesn't seem to be affecting the stingrays, which they don't have scales, so I think that might have something to do with it. The sooty doesn't seem to have any visible signs, but he's definitely lethargic. But the peacock bass, he's covered. And yesterday I saw his slime coat looked a bit funny, and I thought the bass had actually been fighting because I had 3 bass in that tank. But it turns out they've got white spot. Now, at first, so one of these baskets actually got caught on the filter return. So this tank didn't have filtration for I don't know how many hours. So what would have happened is this tank's crashed, all the bioload, the KH probably dropped and the pH dropped real low, and so the tank is not in a good situation without the white spot. So I thought the white spot had been triggered from that problem, but there is a catch to that. We've got white spot in this tank up here, which I got no idea how. This tank is so isolated. There is no linked tanks here. Let me rephrase that. This tank isn't linked to anyone, but this tank does run off into the pond. Now, in this bay here, I had a Nibochromis polystigma. Polystigma. And it was actually in this tub here, and it was smashing those fish there. So I actually moved it into here. That tank is quite a lot cooler than this tank, so I don't know if maybe the temperature jump flared up this guy and he spread the white spot along here. But the problem with that is he didn't have white spot. But I've got rid of him because I was trying to condition him to sell him with a nice black background. He would colour up, but at this stage I just culled him because this is too much. I can't handle this. Like, if you think about this, we've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a girl. So we've got 10 boys at the value of $400 to $600 each here with white spot right now. So the $30 African went straight in the bin, not down the drain, in the bin, because you don't put fish down the drain. It's really strange. Like, there's white spot in a couple of these in here. There's no white spot on these Africans here. There's no white spot on the what do you call it, Oscars. Wow, did I just forget the name of an Oscar? Obviously I said there's none on the rays. My red devil doesn't have white spot either. The red devil, he's my baby. If he got sick, I'd be sad. And I actually need to put a ray back in this tank, because when there's no ray in there, this becomes the sediment filter, basically, because there's no ray, and the ray stirs the bottom up. So I'm going to throw a ray back in there, and that means all the sediment will end up in the filter where it's supposed to be. Alright guys, I feel like a proper noob. Like, I didn't pick it up early. I think one of the reasons for not picking it up early is I haven't actually had Whitespot for like 6 years. I'm guessing it's a crashed KH that has caused it, but well, no, it can't be, because why has this 3 foot got it? And I moved that fish out of the pond before the crash, so I don't know. I definitely think it's related to that polystigma, but I don't know why the polystigma didn't get Whitespot. But anyway, let's treat. Alright guys, so I've got a 2 litre bottle. I have already poured some in before I went to the shops. I had about 100 mils left in this bottle, and then this bottle's 500 mils, so I'm actually just going to pour this bottle in because I know 500 mils is roughly how much I need. I'm just going to like splash it everywhere in the baskets. I know the water flows between them all, but it won't hurt getting a bit of treatment, especially this guy. I don't really want it to go straight in the filter, but I'm just always careful with the rays, guys. I'm actually not running this at a super strong dosage, just because I know that rays can be real sensitive to medication. Alright, so next up, I know the KH is low in this tank, so I've got swimming pool salt here. Shout outs to the Extreme Fish Food, the buckets are quite handy. I've never done salt by a measuring cup, so if you're interested in the actual number that you need and want to do it precisely, just Google it, but I'm probably just going to do like 6 handfuls in this tank. I can't remember what the exact total of water is. I think it's about 4,400 litres or something. So like a few handfuls of salt aren't actually going to make that much difference. Oh, I've got this the wrong way around. Salt's GH, isn't it, guys? Anyway, we're bringing the hardness up. That's all I'm saying. I could test the GH. I've got a test kit, but I know what the issue is. I'm just going to put the... I know if I put... Actually, we will test it, guys, while we're here. Why not? Put a little bit in this tank. This tank has pretty slow water flow through the whole thing, so I'm definitely trying to like spread it through all the dividers, so that way we don't get a spike in one bay. That's also why I've got the sponge filters in these end ones, because I worry they don't get enough flow. But anyway, let's test the KH and GH. Alright guys, so if you look here, my test kit is actually empty. The only thing I have in here is KH and GH and pH. I'm actually, straight after I film this video, I'm going to order new ammonia and nitrate. I don't really see the point in ordering the whole kit, because nitrate and ammonia are the only 2 I really use. The nitrite one, I don't really see much of a point. If you've got nitrites, you've usually got ammonia, and I just don't really think it's necessary to keep the test kit. Alright, so I've already got the water. I went and grabbed the water straight after putting the salt in, because obviously the salt is going to change it. I can't remember what colour it turns. I think yellow from blue. So that's gone yellow straight away. Is it yellow from blue, or is it blue from yellow? I can't remember, guys. Yeah, I think that's... The GH is 0. That's a good start. Or is it green? Is it green from yellow? Oh, I can't remember, guys. That's yellow. I think it's green from yellow. Let's try again. So I've put one drop in. It's so hard to tell. I remember one of these is really hard to see the colour. Yeah, it's yellow, so I'm pretty sure that means the GH is 0. If I go... There's 20 mils in this one, so if I put one drop in that, what colour does it go? So this is... So the idea of this is I'm diluting it. So 20 mils to one drop is less than one. Is like a quarter of a drop in that one. Yeah, so that's yellow. So the GH is 0, guys. Which is pretty much exactly what I thought. I'm pretty sure the KH is the easy one to do because it is blue. Yeah, see? Blue. Not that you guys can probably really see it. Blue. Blue. 3. 4. So the KH is 4, which is really low as well. So I think my tap water is about 4. So the KH hasn't dropped, but the GH is 0. So the salt is definitely a necessity in this situation. So there's two things going on. I'm definitely correct in thinking that the tank has crashed because of the basket that got stuck on the filter. So I don't have an ammonia test kit right now, so I'm going to order one right now. And basically what's happening, we're fighting an ammonia battle, and which has caused our GH to drop, which means if I test the pH will actually be pretty much probably like 5. Hang on, I'll just do it off camera because I've got to shake this for a minute. Alright, so my theory was wrong. The pH is 8, but that's good news, even though I sound disappointed. I'm glad I'm wrong. pH 8, that's the higher pH is better for the battle against Whitespot. So there's a chance I'm completely wrong here, guys, that I've just genuinely just got a Whitespot outbreak and the basket didn't cover the filter for long enough to crash the tank. But to test that theory, I need the ammonia test kit. And every local store I have around me stocks API, and I refuse to buy API test kit. I will use their GH and KH because all the brands are the same chemicals, but I would even use their ammonia, but I like my little box and I want to get the right bottles for the box. But I think we just battle the Whitespot. The test kits will come in a few days. I don't think testing's not really going to do a lot anyway. I will be using Chem Safe at a really strong dosage. So last night I dosed the tank. I put 1 teaspoon in there, so if you guys know how much that is a lot of safe. So I'll just keep you guys posted. I just want to say with Whitespot remedies, don't listen to Google, don't do temperature increase and all that, just buy the medicine. 2 litres only cost me $60. If you've got a 5-foot tank, you've only got to spend like $12 to treat your tank. It's not worth trying the backyard remedies. I didn't know whether to film this or not, but I've always told you guys that I'm transparent on the channel, so I think you guys can learn a bit from this. I'll do a update video in a few days. I think I definitely might lose a couple of fish, but I'm hoping that I don't lose the flower horns. Yeah, and I'm slightly worried about the medication with the rays, but I guess at the moment my giant gourami is more important than the rays to me. He's my pet. Well, I should say she. It's a girl. I just gotta bear with it for a few days and see how I go. The Blue Planet stuff isn't a repeat dosage, but I still might do a repeat dosage in like 4 days, just because, for a bit of peace of mind. But I think that's about it, guys. Hopefully, obviously prevention is better than cure, but hopefully I've taught you guys a bit about the cure. It's just one of those things. White spot is a thing of the hobby. I'm pretty embarrassed that I've got it, but there's not much I can do about it besides treat it. If you like this video, guys, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe for more, hit that little red button, and you'll also see the update on this situation. Peace out.